Well, here we are. Episode 178. And on this episode, it's just me. Theme song GNT by Pigs. Some say pigs times 7. Go download it. Give them your money. Yeah. I'm just going to let this play for a minute. It is quite the jam. Yeah, well, that's that for that. So, welcome to the podcast. You know the name, I'm not going to say it. We're streaming live right now over everything. I think I added TikTok to this thing. I'm not sure. I don't know what I stream live over. Patty. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we're streaming live. I'm just checking to see if it's these live streams can get a little let me see. I want to change something. You know, it's always something when you do a live stream. Your friends. I don't want my friends. So, yeah, tonight I thought I'd do a little, just do some music news. I got some interesting, let's see, privacy settings. Just don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm trying to set a setting. Default. So let's go public next. Confirm. Done. Then it should be this way. Yeah! I got you. Yes, sir. I don't know. It's not doing it, so yeah, tonight we're going to do a little music news. This will definitely get me a copyright strike. So what's up, everybody? I'm done. I tried to fix what I need to fix. I got delayed because they, oh, Jesus. What the fuck? I don't know. I'll go with that one. You try to get this stuff all lined up, and sometimes it just doesn't work. You know? Join stream, enter your name, X. I'm multitasking here. Trying to get one thing up and another thing, I don't know. So, yeah, no Jack tonight. No Jack tonight. Just me. Let me turn this down. I'm just going to go with this. I don't care. Let's go over here. Let's jump right into it, actually. Let's go. So I'll go screen. Got it over here. I'm going to pull up this music news, and I'm going to decide what story I want to go with first. Singer hints at 50-50 chance. No, that's not the one. Let's go with that. 4 hit rock songs from the 90s that never, that never went out of style. Let's see what this one's all about. So let's see me go over here. Nah, it's going to play the video. I don't want to play the video. Girl, wasn't just doing this. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me put it up on the screen now, and there we are. Four hit songs from the 1990s that never went out of style. And as the article goes, millennials have watched many beloved things from their childhoods go out of style and all but vanish. In recent years, though, the power of nostalgia has resurrected things like JNCO jeans, Pokemon, throwback TV shows. Baby boomers remember all this stuff. We've had these retrospectives through our life, too. These flashbacks, throwbacks. However, music from that era has never really faltered, while rock, hip-hop, and country music have experienced a boom in popularity in recent years. The tunes never truly went out of style. These hit songs from the 1990s may have moved from the current rock station to the classic rock station, but they never stopped being cool. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Remember, I don't ever read these articles. I just see the headline. I think it might be good to talk about, and so I do it. So let's see. This fucking other screen is just absolutely pissing me off. It's pissing me off, Whitey. All right, let's see what the first one is. Let's see. Enter Sandman by Metallica. All right. I'll give him that. Does that song get old? When do you start getting sick of that? I don't know. It's got one of the greatest intros in the history of music, and an absolute iconic intro. Let me turn this down. Does this video play? Is this video going to play? Let's see what it does. I don't know. It's coming out of another speaker. Let's get out of that. So Metallica entered the 1990s by aiming for mainstream rock success. They shed the thrash metal sound that made them a global power. You know what? That was an interesting transformation they went through. They cut their hair, right? Lars Ulrich just absolutely took over that band and tried to rebrand them. It was somewhat of a mistake in a sense that they went extreme. They, like I said, they all cut their hair, and they weren't wearing the leather anymore, and they weren't being that metal sound. I think Lars got caught up in the whole 90s thing. As it says, the metal sound that made them global powerhouse throughout the 80s softened their edges and released a self-titled album. While some may not be able to remember most of the songs from the Black Album, Enter Sandman has remained their most popular song, no doubt. Now this one, no, fuck no. You're telling me that this article by Songwriter, 4 hit rock songs from the 1990s that never went out of style. Knocking on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses. What? Out of all the fucking GNR songs, they picked this one? What? Let's see what this moron writes. No matter the genre, great songs never go out of style. First of all, this is a fucking remake. It's a cover song. Legendary rock band Guns N' Roses proved this with their 1990 cover of Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door. Dylan originally wrote the song for the soundtrack for the 1973 film Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. It was a hit for both artists. I can't say, I can definitely say this is not one of those songs that never went out of style. It did. Now, Thunderstruck, again, so there you go. One of the greatest intros. If there was a top 25 intros, because there's so many fucking hair on my microphone. Where'd that come from? I'm bald. Anyway. You know, if there's a top 25 of greatest intros, AC/DC would have, I don't know, 2 of them. And Thunderstruck would most definitely be one of them. So as it says here, AC/DC proved they were ready to rock their way through another decade when they released their 1990 album, The Razor's Edge. The lead single, Thunderstruck, has one of the most iconic intros, right? I don't read these. So they agree with me. The writer agrees with me. That's how I see this. It is one of the only. It's one of only a handful of songs released after Back in Black that remains a staple of the band's set list, proving that the song has never fallen out of favor with the band's legions of fans. There is a group. There's 3 girls, and I think one plays the bagpipes, or 2 play the bagpipes, and 1 plays the fiddle, and they're kind of hot looking, and they do Thunderstruck. And I've seen another guy do Thunderstruck with bagpipes. He's like in some square, like some town square, and like fucking England, or I don't know, Ireland, not Ireland, but and he's got flames that shoot out of the bagpipe. It's pretty cool. Number 4, Mary Jane's Last Dance. Again, I don't know. Tom Petty had a bunch of good songs in the 90s. Well, you know what? It is a memorable song, though. But is it a song that never went out of style? I don't know about that. I seriously have to question that. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Doug Cali, welcome to the live stream. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, welcome to the live stream. Let me see. You know what? I'm trying to let's go over here. Let's go into Restream again. So I have to, when I have 2 screens going up, log out. I don't know why it's not letting me log in. Let's try this one. There we go. Maybe this is the one. Let's see. Because when I have, that's a wait. Let's try this. No, that's crazy. Try this one. Bear with me for 1 second. I think I'm in. Hold on. I think I can see what I'm doing now. See, when you do this with 2 screens, turn the volume down. There we go. See, when I show this on the screen, I have to be able to see what I'm doing on another screen. So if you see me looking down to my left, that's because I'm watching the screen as I'm anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. Let's see. What else do we have in the music news here? Let's do a follow-up from last week. Let me come over here. Get rid of that. They found, so if you were watching last week or if you listened, Nancy Wilson's guitar was stolen. It was this one-of-a-kind guitar, or 2 irreplaceable. And so here we go. I'll just, let me see something over here. I have to be able to see who's there too. All right. Nancy Wilson's stolen custom guitar recovered by New Jersey police. Fucking New Jersey. Fucking people. I said it last week. I'll say it this week. One of 2 irreplaceable instruments stolen from the band Heart at a New Jersey venue, fucking New Jersey, 2 weeks ago, has been retrieved. According to the Associated Press, on Tuesday, June 10th, police in Atlantic City said they had recovered the purple baritone Telecaster guitar with AH hand-painted and hot, I guess, right? AH hand-painted headstock belonging to guitarist Nancy Wilson. I don't know what the fuck AH means then. From a woman who bought it from the suspected thief. So they got it from this lady. She bought it off this guy, probably $50. He went and bought some rock. He's good to go. She got a guitar. Not anymore. Crackhead wins. Detectives said surveillance video showed the suspect handing the Telecaster over to the woman who put the instrument in her car, which was parked several blocks away from the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino venue where Hart had been scheduled to perform. Police employed automated license plate readers to identify. See, you're always being watched. You're always being watched. To identify the vehicle and then tracked its location to find the woman who voluntarily surrendered the guitar. She didn't do anything wrong. She just bought a guitar off a crackhead. Crackhead wins. Garfield Bennett, the 57-year-old Pleasantville, New Jersey man she bought it from for an undisclosed amount, has been charged with burglary and theft. Yeah. Well, again, why the fuck are you leaving those things unattended? I don't know. It's good she got it back. She got one back. Somebody else is on the run. That thing would be that other guitar. Now that person knows this shit's out there. They're looking. I'd fucking bury that thing in a hole in the woods. Something. All right, what else do we got tonight? Let's get that off the air. Let's bring me back up. Let me go back over here. Where am I? There we go. All right. 10 classic rock artists who left their band and had a successful solo career. We'll be the judge of that, won't we? We'll be the judge of that. Let me pull this up. I'm getting good at this. Jesus. Susan Haskell, good evening. Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket comes in at 7:19 and announces, I am here, entertain me. Yeah, okay. No argument from me tonight. You're not worth it. Anyway, there we go. 10 classic rock artists. Now you be the judge. 10 classic rock artists who left their band and had a successful solo career. I think this is suspect, though. This is suspect. And I'll get to it. We often fixate on and analyze so many different elements of the classic rock music with a microscope, like what makes rock, especially from the 70s and 80s time period. Something we consider classic. What songs from the upper echelon of the genre are still quite popular to this day on streaming services like Spotify, to the point that they've crossed over 1 billion streams? Well, classic rock still knows how to get our attention and our ears. This way, right down to some of the biggest bands in classic rock and why they broke up. Those juicy details aside, though, what about what happened to those classic rock band ringleaders once the band drama, the disagreements, and the egos got put to the side and they went solo instead? Me and Jack did I think it was like episode, this is episode 178, and this is probably episode like 20. Lead singers that went on to have successful careers. I don't know. That freedom doesn't always lead to a fatal blow for these creators who decide to go independent, though sometimes the results aren't great. In fact, there are more than a few musicians who not only left their groups behind, but arguably had equal, if not greater, success once they chose to go and make a name for themselves. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, and again, I haven't read this, when Steve Perry was popular, when he left Journey, he had a really successful solo career for a little while till he blew out his voice. Do you think he was at one point bigger than Journey? he had some big hits. He was the voice of Journey, right? So do you think he was bigger than Journey at one point? Journey eventually, of course, came back with, I forget the lead singer's name. They got him from some cover band, tribute band, and then they got Arnel Pineda from the Philippines, and he's been with them longer than I think Steve Perry was with them originally. So let's go. Number 10, Darius Rucker, Hootie and the Blowfish. Well, let's face it, he was Hootie and the Blowfish. This isn't a stretch here. This is not a big stretch. Darius Rucker was Hootie and the Blowfish. Can you name another person from Hootie and the Blowfish other than Darius Rucker? No. So this isn't a stretch. I'm not even going to engage that one. So let's go to the next one. I might go back to this article. 10 classic rock songs that have become essential karaoke tunes. I might go back to that article. This could be a disaster, but we'll see. Number 9, Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers. Okay. Yeah. Very successful solo career. He was with Steely Dan for a minute. He was a gun for hire for a minute. Doobie Brothers had some of their best hits. Went on his own. Yeah, I give him that. I think Michael McDonald actually was bigger than the Doobie Brothers in the end. Well, halfway through. The Doobie Brothers, they were a dated band, really. I'm not going to read the whole thing about him. Let's go to number 8, Sting, the Police. Sting on his own was not bigger than the Police. That's my opinion. Sting on his own was not bigger than the Police. Sting had some good albums, good songs, but I'm not going to say, I said this loose. I'm not going to say the Police were fucking huge, monstrous. Sting had a very successful solo career, but I don't think he was bigger than the Police. Just don't. They had such an influence for that short period of time from like 78 to, what was it, like 85, I think, maybe. And that was it. But they left a fucking mark on music. He benefited from that, I would say. He had a lot to do with their success, but the trio was bigger than the solo, I'd say. So let's move on. Now that's number 8. Number 7. Oh, then there's this other article. 10 classic rock bands that are still touring today. I don't know. That's a conversation. Classic rock bands that are still touring today, they're in their fucking 70s. I don't know. We'll see about that. Phil Collins and Genesis. Yes. And why isn't Phil Collins in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on his own? That's a question. That's a legitimate question. He should be, but he's not. Was Phil Collins' solo career bigger than Genesis? That could be a coin flip. Because Genesis they were fucking big. But Phil Collins was one of those artists, he's one of those singers that he was one of the faces of the 80s. Like Lionel Richie was everywhere. Phil Collins was everywhere. There's a few more that were out there that were just everywhere in the 80s. And Phil Collins was he was one of them. So Phil Collins, Genesis, coin flip, like I said. Joan Jett and the Runaways. That's a blowout. The Runaways weren't really that popular, by the way. They just weren't. People knew about them because they were an all-girl band, and they were okay. But they weren't popular. She made them popular after she left. Lita Ford made them popular after she left. Those two leaving the Runaways made the Runaways more popular than they were when they were together. And of course, Joan Jett, huge career. I would never knock her. Never. Or him. Her? Him? She is built like a 12-year-old boy. I shouldn't have said that. That's not right. Just saying. Jack would be going, whoa, right now. But let me see. Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket said, I change the channel every time the Police and or Sting comes on the radio. Is that is now, that's the thing. A lot of people will do that to certain groups. They just get sick of hearing them. They're overplayed. What is a band that you will listen to every single time they come on? Think about that one. Like, there's certain songs, even if it's halfway through the song, you still listen to it. You know? I think everyone has those bands. No matter what, they're going to listen to the song. So, all right, that was number 6, Joan Jett and the Runaways. That was a runaway for Joan Jett. I'll give you that. Peter Gabriel and Genesis. If you know the show and you've heard me over the years, over the last 178 episodes, I am not a huge Peter Gabriel fan. I am not. I thought his shit with Genesis was fucking that artsy garbage. I hate that stuff. That visual art where the singer, he's fucking doing weird shit, acting weird, fucking putting makeup on, like that makes no sense. Just Peter Gabriel. Now the video Sledgehammer, it was ahead of its time. It was an original process. It won Best Video of the Year on MTV, right at MTV's peak. But Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, says Jay Giles and Peter Wolf. We could have probably figured that, But Peter Gabriel, Genesis was bigger than Peter Gabriel. That's it. They just were. When Phil Collins took over Genesis, that's when they took off. Nobody fucking talks about old Genesis. Nobody talks about Genesis before Phil Collins was the singer. They just don't. They say, oh, Peter Gabriel was part of Genesis. But that's it. You don't hear any old, very rarely, if ever, do you hear an old Phil Collins Genesis. Very, very rarely. And Peter Gabriel on his own, successful career. Who am I to knock him? I don't like him. I don't like his music. I don't know him. I don't particularly like his music. He's got, I have probably like 3 good songs in my book. But yeah, he had to go. It's like that Dennis DeYoung dude from fucking Styx, who I can't stand the band. Tommy Shaw, I don't like any of them. And Dennis DeYoung tries to do these, this whole, you've heard me say it. I'm repeating myself. But and Syd Barrett did it with Pink Floyd. And, let's put it this way. Genesis before Phil Collins took over is like Fleetwood Mac before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. That's all there is to it. Nobody fucking listens to Fleetwood Mac before those two. And they had like 6 albums before that. And yeah, everybody's like, oh, well, so-and-so played for them, and so-and-so played for them, and Bob Welch played for them, and blah, blah, blah. But where do you hear that on the radio? No, you don't. There's a fucking generation and a half of people that don't know that fucking Fleetwood Mac existed before Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. Just saying. And there is a generation and a half of people that don't care that Peter Gabriel was with Genesis before Phil Collins started writing hits. Prove me wrong, as they say. All right, let's get down to number 4. Rod Stewart, the Jeff Beck Group, and Faces. So Rod Stewart's he was one of those dudes, you just knew that he was not long for any band he was in. It just wasn't. Because Rod Stewart's too dynamic. The voice is too unique. Had the looks, had the swagger, a true front man. But for the most part, he was not long for any band. So Rod Stewart, you could combine the Jeff Beck, and I was never a Jeff Beck fan either. I never got it. Like, I don't know. Amazing guitarist, but I just never got it. Faces with Ron Wood. Well, Ron Wood landed on his feet with the Rolling Stones, so there you go. But Rod Stewart, yeah, hands down. These were stepping stones to him. These classic rock bands. I mean, these are classic rock bands. Faces and Jeff Beck group, and they were stepping stones for Rod Stewart. That's the level Rod Stewart was at. Let me see. Tina Turner, again. I'm gonna reference Hootie and the Blowfish. She was Ike and Tina Turner. Everybody knew that. I'm not even gonna waste my time on this too much. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. Phil Collins is the same league with Todd Rundgren and Jeff Lynne. That's some pretty heavy hitters right there. Todd Rundgren and Jeff Lynne they're not just musicians. They are like fucking legendary record producers too. I don't know if Phil Collins is a record producer. Like, these guys they are brilliant. I think Phil Collins is just talented. There's a difference, my friend Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. There's a difference there. I can't put him in the same league as those two, you know. But I think Jeff Lynne and Todd Rundgren are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too. Not that means anything, right? All right, Tina Turner, I'm not going to waste any time. We all know. Fucking icon. And that's it. Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin. Now, he was not bigger than Led Zeppelin. I'm in the mood for a melody. I'm in the mood for a melody. I'm in the mood. Robert Plant had some good songs. As a matter of fact, let me see something. But his solo career kind of I'm in the mood. Let's see. There we go. This is a good song. This is a really good song. As a matter of fact, while I'm doing this is going into my finely manicured playlist. Yeah, added to the playlist. Thank you, audience, for making me do that. And I know everybody, you're getting flashbacks. If you grew up in the 80s, this song is one of those songs that just evokes a memory. If it doesn't, you weren't living in the 80s. This evokes a feeling. You know it does. Yeah, that's definitely a copyright. I'm definitely getting knocked for that one. Robert Plant, don't fuck around. Yeah. All right, that's enough of that. That is a good song, though. Glad it reminded me of this. So Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin. Robert Plant had a good... You know what? So he had an interesting twist to his solo career. He stopped doing Led Zeppelin songs. He started singing with Alison Krauss. And I remember I had a friend of mine, old friend of mine, past friend, who Robert Plant's coming and we're going to go see Robert Plant and he's with Alison Krauss. We're going to go see Robert Plant and him and his girlfriend at the time and friends and Debbie, and I think even his mom went and they were all psyched to see Robert Plant. And he calls me after. He goes, that motherfucker didn't sing one Led Zeppelin song. No, he didn't. Because he stopped doing that. It's these artists, they get to that point where it's like, that was just another life. Morrissey with the Smiths, that was another life. That was another thing. It's never, although Robert Plant did get back with Jimmy Page. Hold on one second. Let's see. Hello.
Hi, darling.
Hi, baby.
Hello?
Hi, baby.
Hello, darling.
How you doing?
Good, just checking in.
Oh, you're on the air right now. You're on the podcast right now.
I am.
Yes, say hello to the Milk Crates and Turntables audience.
Hello, Milk Crates and Turntable audience.
Yeah, I should be done here in a little while. I'm just doing some music news. How was your day?
I'm good. Everything is good.
Everything is good. I made dinner for. Well, dinner's waiting for you.
Thank you, darling man.
Yes, as usual.
All
right, babe. I will see you when I'm done with this podcast.
All right, darling.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
That's the beautiful Dr. Vera. And I do have dinner waiting for her because that's how I roll. That's my girl. All right, let's see. So Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin wins. Robert Plant had a good solo career. Then it kind of went on to what he wanted to do. The guy has enough money. He doesn't need to keep playing fucking Black Dog. All right, what do we got at number one? Drum roll, please. No, that's right. Paul Simon and Garfunkel. That's a fucking runaway train. Yeah, that's a runaway train. Paul Simon versus Simon and Garfunkel. Although Simon and Garfunkel, I don't know if Paul Simon ever had a bigger song than Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Probably not. And that's an Art Garfunkel song. And maybe I bet you somewhere along the way that just rubbed Paul Simon the wrong way. That their biggest hit, he did all their hits, but the biggest hit of all was Art Garfunkel. Paul Simon was an asshole anyways, evidently. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying. Let's see what they say about him over here. Let's see. There are a few duos in the history of folk rock as iconic as the great Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, who took the 60s by storm as the tandem known as Simon and Garfunkel. Duh. Singles like Mrs. Robinson, The Boxer, Bridge Over Troubled Water, and America only begin to scratch the surface of their notoriety. Sadly, tensions between the two members led to Simon fully embracing his solo career with a self-titled LP in 1972, after Simon and Garfunkel split up formally in 1970. He did have a lot of great songs on his own. Simon didn't lose a step on his solo trek, though, embracing sounds ranging from gospel to reggae, soul, and South African influences on albums like Still Crazy After All These Years, Graceland, I Never Got It. If you know the show, you know. And there goes Rhythm, Ryman Simon. Jack listens to that shit, not me. The twice inducted Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member and winner of 16 Grammy Awards has continued to ply his skillful songwriting trade well into the 21st century, even being acknowledged in 2007 with the Library of Congress's inaugural Gershwin Prize for Popular Song. He was married to Edie Brickell from Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. I don't know if they're still married or evidently I don't know, I think she beat him up. He was trying to push her around and she beat him up. That story could be wrong. Google it. Something happened. It was a domestic thing. Let me scroll up here. Let me see. What was the one I wanted to look at? What's the next thing I want to look at? 10 best uses of Joan Jett songs in a movie. No, that's not the one. 10 classic rock bands that are still touring today. Ugh, that was the Ugh. 10 classic rock songs that have become essential karaoke tunes. Okay, let's see what this one does. There we go. How come it didn't switch over? I'm looking at it right here. I don't know. Oh, I got to get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Oh, it has to be its own thing. I was going good for a minute there. A little technical delay. Hold on 1 second. Media. Screen. There we go. Do you ever do karaoke? Have any of you done karaoke? I've never done it. Would you do karaoke? I don't know. I'd have to be drunk, and I don't drink anymore, so I guess that's not happening. Let's see. Whenever stepping into the mic, up to the microphone, there's so many classic rock songs to choose from on karaoke night. The era classified under the definition was home to some of the best records, including one of the best-selling by the Eagles. Additionally, there were plenty of other bands that crafted great albums filled with nothing but hits. This is part of what makes the songs from this time period so sought after, even on newer apps like Spotify. The radio hits were not just from legends of that time either. There were many groups that had iconic debuts. It was a time when anything was possible in rock and roll genre. From musicians creating new subgenres to laying the foundation of how anthems are written, classic rock tunes remain some of the most influential ever. This has led to them being passed down through generations, ensuring that everyone in a karaoke crowd will know the selected song. And here we go, number 10, Joan Jett, 12-year-old boy. Yeah, I love rock and roll. I don't know if I could sit through somebody fucking singing that. I could barely sit through listening to her sing it. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know if I could sit in a karaoke bar fucking sober and listen to somebody scream, I love rock and roll. It's not really even singing. She just fucking grunts. Now that's a get up and leave song. Let's moving on. Don McLean, American Pie. Ugh. Fucking. Really. I couldn't sit through that either. I couldn't. This is 0 for 2. This is fucking 0 for 2 here. Oy. I just have this picture, like, because me and Dr. Vera, we like to go on, we go on cruises and Royal Caribbean, and there's always a karaoke thing, and it's always fucking, even during the day, like, everybody's out at the pool or they're out on the decks, blah, 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 and you go through the promenade, and there's a karaoke thing. It's like open fucking 24/7 or something like that. You always hear fucking somebody in there singing. I don't know if I could sit through somebody singing American Pie. Again, I don't listen to that song anymore. I couldn't sit through. I turned the channel. It's fucking overplayed. Although there is a good, I think it's on Netflix, documentary about Don McLean, and he addresses at the very end, he addresses this song and what it really means. And it's not what you think it is. It's not what you've been told since 1971. It's just not. So watch the documentary. I forget what it's called. It's on Don McLean. I believe it's on Netflix. If it's not, it's on Amazon, because fucking Amazon Prime has everything. But the song American Pie is not what you think it is. Still not listening to it. If I can avoid it. Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town. I just, this hurts. And I'm not even listening to somebody sing this in karaoke, and it hurts. This, I hear it in my head, and I'm like, that's not good. I'm just going to move on. I'm moving on. Number 7, Troggs, Wild Thing. Okay. Wild Thing could be interesting because it's an unhinged song. Wild Thing by the Troggs is an unhinged song from the beginning. So somebody gets up there and you hear that intro. I think I would actually sit back and say, this is going to be interesting. I really think I would. You know, you hear this. Now I'm watching the person. Here we go. They just scream. It's fucking Sam Kinison. Right? It's Sam Kinison. Like, this is an unhinged song. And then you see how they get all. How's this drunk lady gonna get all sexy right now? Like, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Wild thing, I think I love you. But I wanna
know for sure.
Come
on
on
and hold me tight. I love you. Yeah, I this is a winner. This is a winner. I can see it. I can see it. That's a good karaoke song. I see that. I just actually started karaokeing. Fleetwood Mac Dreams, yeah. I don't know. That better. Now, every once in a while, you see these videos, and I don't know if they're setups. Today, you just never know what's real and what's not. You just don't. Bro. Big hit Todd the Wet Sprocket just messaged in, I do a mean, sweet child of mine on karaoke. Oh, my God. So this is get the image, people. Get the image. Now, I don't know if you've been to a karaoke bar or if you've seen a karaoke bar. They're kind of tacky looking for a reason. It's the ambiance of it. And so just say you're in there and there's like the fucking lights going and they got the TVs with the lyrics on them. And sometimes there's 2 mics, sometimes there's 3 mics because I don't want to get up and do it by myself. Somebody has to come with me. Come with me. Come on, come with me. Then it's not fucking karaoke. I don't want to do it by myself. Come on, give me a microphone. Come on. And they do. So just imagine this. You're sitting there and you suffered through American Pie. You suffered through I Love Rock and Roll. You suffered through The Boys Are Back in Town. Okay, the Trogs. You're like, all right, this is, okay, now we're fucking winding up now. That was good. And then you get someone come up like Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket and fucking sing. Now think, you get this redheaded Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's a vision. With the fucking square jaw. His head is square, pretty much. It's big. It's a big square. He's big square head Todd. big square. big. I got this. I got the image in my head. Big square head Todd. Oh, big square. You got a big fucking, it's like an oversized ice cube. It's a big fucking, it's a big square, and he's a redhead. He's a ginger, so think he got the hair like Herman Munster. His hair is flat on top, and it bends over the edge of the square. He gets up and he's I can't get that image out of my head. Okay. All right. He gets up and starts singing Sweet Child of Mine. Okay. I'm fucking sweating now. My fucking blood pressure's up. Oh shit. All right. Okay, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna drink some coffee. Hold on. Iced coffee. All right. I'm good. That was pretty fucking funny in my head. It's all in my head. Anyway, so if somebody's going to get up and sing Dreams, like you're getting one or the other. This is an absolute dichotomy. This is opposite sides of the spectrum. This is one extreme to the other. If somebody gets up to sing Dreams, they're either gonna be fucking like world class, like where the fuck did this girl come from? Or she's gonna be fucking big old donkey balls. Just fucking donkey balls. That's it. That's like, I don't think, and I'm gonna say like redheads, like redheaded girls. If someone's singing Dreams, they either make it or they don't. Like there's redheaded women, redheaded girls. They're either pretty or they're not. And I'm sorry if you're listening. If you're listening, you're one of the pretty ones. I'm just saying. Redheads, there is no, she's okay. Nope. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. Just like if someone went up to karaoke, the song Dreams. All right, what's next? Oh. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, this fucking song. This is where Bob Seger fucking jumped the shark. Well, the movie didn't help it. Old time rock and roll. This is one of those, let's come up with me and we all sing it together. We all sing it together. Nope. So far, Wild Thing is winning by a mile. Queen, We Will Rock You. What the? What idiot? What fucking moron would get up at a karaoke bar and out of the fucking catalogs, by the way, are like Encyclopedia Britannica. Like the fucking songs now. The book is like, it's like you're opening up the fucking Bible. And you just point your finger. Oh, yeah, there I am, verse 3. Oh, Queen, We Will Rock You. Okay. It's a fucking mindless song. It's a bad song. It's not a good song. It was good when I was younger. As I got older, I got smarter. I got wiser. And I said, that's not such a fucking good song. No. It's just, there's nothing to it. It's a fucking mindless song. We Will Rock You. Moving on. Kansas, Carry On Wayward Son. Oh, my Lord. Don't they know that there's that break in that song? Once you rose above the noise and confusion. How the fuck are you going to sing that? Like, who would attempt to sing that? Like, that song hits so many octave that if you attempt to sing that, I'm going to put this song, and I do like the song. Don't get me wrong, and I like Kansas. I don't love them, but I respect them. They were a part of my childhood. Carry On Wayward Son, great song. Still one of those songs. Sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I don't. But it has different verses, and again, the singer hits different octave. If you're going to sing this, it's going to be like Dreams. It's either going to be a fucking grand slam or a fucking swing and a miss. Donkey balls. So, I don't know if that's a good karaoke song. You better fucking be confident. Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night. Another one where you're just going to get up there and fucking scream the words. I don't like this. This is an uncomfortable fucking topic. This article was a mistake. Doesn't make me feel good. I'm not. Okay. That's number 2. Rock and Roll All Night. I can't wait to see what fucking number one is. Have any guesses, anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Jack? No, maybe next week. All right, let's see what number one is. Journey, Don't Stop Believing. Oh, my Lord. We should have known that. Fucking Wild Thing wins. Wild Thing wins. I'd watch anybody sing Wild Thing. I would literally watch anybody sing Wild Thing. I would watch a fucking retarded skunk sing Wild Thing. Which would be interesting just to see a skunk like that. But yeah, Wild Thing wins hands down. That's a karaoke song. None of these other ones are just bathroom songs. Don't Stop Believing is a bathroom song where you think you sound good. Well, we all think we sound good. What is it about shower acoustics that makes everybody think that they are just fucking killing it? Like you're in there, nobody's home, and you're just fucking killing it. You think you're hitting every fucking note and you're singing right along, and yeah. It's the acoustics. I don't know why bathrooms give people that false sense of singing security. Because you know what? We're all terrible. We're all terrible. Let's do one more. What do you think? 10 surprising songs that have become sports stadium traditions. Nah. 10 songs that define Kiss' career? No. They're probably not hard to guess. All right, let's see. Let me see off the top of my head. 10 songs that define Kiss. Okay, Rock and Roll All Night, right? Beth, Dr. Love, what else is there? Detroit Rock City. Let me see. That's 4. I'm almost halfway there. I'm not a huge Kiss fan. What else is there? Suck It Up. That's 5. What would be 6? Give me some Kiss songs. I wouldn't say God of Thunder. That's a great concert song. I saw them in 79 when they were in their prime. So no need to ever see them again. See, I fucking can't even name 10 Kiss songs right now. Well, now I'm fucking halfway into it. I might as well open it up. Let me go over here. Get rid of this. Let me pull it up. Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm halfway there, and I'm almost sure those 5 have to be in there. Let's see, what happened? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I think I lost it. I think I deleted it. Anyway, okay. Where am I? Am I even on the screen? No, I'm not. Let's go with screen. Nothing there. Window. Share. Now I'm fucking. All right, here we go. 10 Kiss songs that define their career. Nope. Now I gotta Google this because now I'm fucking interested. All right, here we go. I found it. Let me go over here. Let me pull it up on the screen. Let's get rid of this. Delete that one. And then I'll finish this up. Screen. Come on, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Delete that. Come on. There I am. Let's get rid of this. Media. Let's go with screen. Why does that keep coming up? Figures at the end of the show, just like last week. Delete. Bear with me. I'm almost there. Oh, screen share. Here we go. I got it now. There we go. Did it come up? I don't get this. Is it up there? It's not. Screen. All right. Here we go. All right. Number 10, Black Diamond. Nope. Don't know it. Well, I do know it. I do know it. I wouldn't have got that. Number 9, Rock and Roll All Night. Got that. Detroit Rock City. Got that. Oh, I Was Made for Loving You. That was their disco song. Yeah. Yeah, I should have got that. I Love It Loud, 1982. I was not a Kiss fan in 1982. I can fucking tell you that. I was done with them fucking by the time I got into high school. So, Lick It Up. I get that, right? I think I got that. Crazy, Crazy Nights, 1987. Nope. Was not a Kiss fan in 87. God Gave Rock and Roll to You Too. Nope. 1992. Definitely not a Kiss fan at that point. I don't know where these songs come in. Psycho Circus. Beth has to be there. Hello or Hallelujah. How the fuck is Beth not in the list of songs that define Kiss's career? Well, how is Beth not in? It's their biggest fucking, these screen rant idiots. Get fucking done with them. Let's go back over here. Get me back up on the screen. There I am. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. That was a quick hour. Jesus. Okay. Well, that's it. I think Jack will be back next week. I like doing this. I like doing these music news things. So get used to it. And that's it. That's it. I have nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you liked it, share it. If you didn't, thanks for watching and listening for an hour. Jack will be back next week. Well, maybe. But I will be. And we'll be doing more music news on episode 179. We're almost at 200 episodes. Wow. If I didn't take 2 months off, then that would have been 8 more episodes. Would have been, but anyway. All right, everybody. Have a great night, and I will see you next Thursday night on the live stream and whenever this gets published to the podcast world. Oh, yeah, and like my favorite artist, Morrissey, always says, doing the show for you, the pleasure